Awesome. Hey guys, I'm Tiffany, and we're gonna do Free Tarot Friday. So every Friday, I pick up the cards. The Golden Tarot deck is what I'm using, and we're gonna go through each sign of the zodiac. And before we get started, I was just thinking about one of the great yoga chants. One of the great invocations is Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. It just means that, may all beings everywhere be happy and free. May the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom for all. And that really is the heart of why I offer Free Tarot Friday, okay? So the idea here is that, we're trying to experience happiness, joy, and freedom from the prisons of our own thoughts. And so, sometimes our lives start to look like these country and western songs, and we can't believe what's actually going on. We can't believe what we're seeing out there. But the truth is, we shouldn't be so surprised what we're seeing out there that's going on in our lives, because really we have responsibility for creating that and shifting that inner knower, that inner screen. And so, if things look tough out there, the most radical thing you can do is to really take responsibility to shift things. But for now, we're going to look to the cards for some entertainment, for some guidance. Some of this will make sense and resonate, and some of it won't. So just take what you want and leave the rest, okay? All right, so I'm just connecting with all of you that are watching this in the field of unconditional love and infinite wisdom where all things are possible, just knowing that this is a choose your own adventure life. All right. And what flew out was the Ten of Cups, all right? Flew out was the Ten of Cups. And so this is like that Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, right? This is like, may everybody experience this kind of happiness. That's my intention for all of us, is that Ten of Cups love. And so let's get started with the readings. Knowing that if you enjoy these and you're able to tip in the virtual tip jar, that the money is responsibly used to be able to carry out these free services. I accept Venmo and PayPal. Interesting notification sound says yes, please. And if not, you can just pay it forward by doing something that is positive out there. There's a boomerang effect. Our space is round, our space is curved, right? So whatever you send out is coming back to you. Let's look at Aries. What do Aries need to hear for the weekend ahead? All right. Interesting setup here, Aries. And so we've got the Eight of Coins reversed, all right? The Empress reversed. And so in some ways, this could be like, experiencing life, like considering how the hard going, you know what I mean? And have you made hard going of some things? Have you made hard going of some things? Are you duplicating some mommy issue patterns? Are you duplicating some thoughts or ideas that were inherited from the mom's side, right, that have made life a little bit difficult in some ways? Because here we're trying to overcome this heartbreak. So don't worry, like we're just it's like you're tired of the strife and you're ready to move forward with or without people. You're ready to move forward with or without people. You're ready to recreate your own life. You're tired of fighting. And I think that you're really having a big breakthrough moment, Aries. You're doing something different by taking responsibility for your life. And just be careful, nobody has to get hurt in the process of you standing up for yourself. So you can stand up for yourself without standing against other people, okay? So the idea is that you are shifting some of the patterns that have come down to you through the maternal lineage, and that you're not necessarily prisoner to them anymore, okay? All right, let's clear the deck for Taurus and see what Taurus has in store for the weekend ahead. Just a clear message, and happy birthday to all of you Tauruses out there. We're reading live right now on May 7th, 2021, so happy birthday to all you Tauruses. And what is a good reading for you this weekend? Okay, interesting. Similar issues going on. So we do have Mother's Day coming up, so I'm not surprised. But we do have the Lovers reversed, the Seven of Swords reversed, the Empress reversed again, along with the Four of Coins reversed. And so, again, I'm going to say just kind of overcoming issues of love and money with the Lovers reversed. Any issues where you've betrayed yourself, where you've been living in an illusion, where you have kind of cheated yourself, is what I'm going to say. Um, this is just a time to kind of outgrow any issues on the mother side that have caused you to feel less than, to live less than your full potential. It's not that you had a bad mom. It's not that at all. It's that we all inherit some patterns and belief systems from our family. Some of them work for us, and some of them just keep us in these stuck patterns, right? And so we just are working on overcoming that. And so to me, this is, you guys know this card I hate, but it's not only about a thief, but it's also about squandering the hours that you could have been useful, you know? So we're getting out of the state of contraction and moving forward into a state of expansion. We're learning how to remother ourselves, reparent ourselves. And ultimately, right now, the Hanged Man Taurus says, do nothing right now, you know? Um, your mom made a sacrifice for you, and so there's also a way for you to endure a sacrifice in your life from that maternal standpoint, from that maternal viewpoint. And so consider what sacrifice that you might need to be making, you know, for yourself, you know, for others. So just a card of consideration. It's also a card of slowing down, of getting a different perspective, of shifting gears, of observing and watching and not necessarily doing. So just ideas for you, Taurus. And then let's clear the deck for Gemini. I'm just shuffling for our Gemini friends, seeing what our Geminis need to hear. You guys know with Mother's Day coming up, if you're going through a season of grief, if you're experiencing, you know, Mother's Day without your mom, if you're experiencing Mother's Day as a grieving mom, you know, whatever that is, just know that Wise Skies is here for you, and we see you, and we honor that. All right, let's clear for Gemini. We get the Page of Coins for you guys. All right, so coming into a new, let's see, before I say that. All right, so Gemini, it's like you are, ultimately you get the Magician card, but here we've got the Page of Coins, Four of Cups, and Five of Wands. And to me, it's like you're kind of tired of the same old shit, you know? You're tired of the same old argument. You see it for what it is. You'd like it to be different, and I just don't think you've taken any action. It's like you have taken action, but it hasn't changed anything. And so you're just in this deciding phase whether you want to stay with things as they are, or if you want to shift gears into a different life. Okay, big one. The Magician is the major arcana card of this spread for you. It's the one card. May is a 1 universal month and a 5 universal year. You also got a 5 here, right? So rewriting the story of your life. What is it that you're not going to tolerate with anymore? And can your yes mean yes and your no mean no? You know, I just revisited the 4 agreements. Can you be impeccable with your word? This is for all of us, but specifically with Gemini, right? All right, and just let's clear the deck now for Cancer. Clearing the deck for Cancer. Seeing what our Cancer friends need to hear. Clearing the deck for Cancer. Okay. Okay. The 3 of Coins is what fell out. And we get the Lovers reversed, the King of Coins reversed, the Knight of Swords here, the Devil reversed. All right, some Judgment card going on. All right, so Cancers, since this is the one that fell out, you know, this is a card I tell you guys that we're working on the greatest project of your life, you know, that you're using the most amount of creativity, all the resources that you have available to really weave a beautiful future. It doesn't feel like that right now, but you really are weaving a beautiful future. It feels like there's a lot of discord, a lot of, you know, the Lovers reversed and the King of Coins reversed. If any of you guys are in a relationship, this can be where somebody who's usually the breadwinner, King of Coins, is upside down, you know, is not able to be the breadwinner right now, is not able to be your source of security, is not able to be your rock right now in terms of your relationship. And in fact, they might have almost reversed, and like it looks like they're kind of angry about this. And so this can be hard, because you're Cancer, you are a natural nurturer, right? And yet you're trying to build your greatest future, and yet your rock is kind of experiencing some crumbling. It doesn't mean that they're not going to be your rock. It's just it's hard to manage it all. And so you've got some obsessions, some it's like getting over a hard time, and just the Judgment card is what releases you, Cancer. It's 20 in the deck, so if 20 means something to you, great. The Judgment card is usually represented with Jesus, because this is like the day of judgment, so being ready to stand in judgment, being ready to make sure that your actions have that you're proud of yourself. If you need to make any amends, if you need to make any apologies, then this card is a symbol for that forgiveness. It's also a symbol for life after death, knowing that wherever there's an ending, wherever there's something crumbling, there is absolutely 100% of the time a fresh new start right behind it. So don't give up before the miracle happens. You're working on some of the greatest work of your life, and the miracle happens soon after. So don't give up. Don't let this hard moment be something that affects you forever. Let it be temporary. This too shall pass. Absolutely, we know that, right? All right, let's clear the deck for Leo. Let's just clear the deck for Leo and see what our Leo friends need to hear. Clearing for Leo. I'm going to shuffle a couple times, make sure we got everything nice and mixed up here. Just connecting with our spirit creator, asking for divine guidance for any Leos watching. All right. Again, we get the 3 of coins. All right. Building your dream life, building your Barbie dream house, building your Barbie dream emotional state. You know what I mean? Next to the Magician. Knowing that you have all the tools that you need to transform your life into almost like a fairy tale. The Page of Coins means maybe you're getting to work on your dream job, and just reminding yourself to have a state of childlike wonder, to have the mind of the beginner, to not come in guns blazing, self-righteous, but to come in with the mind of the beginner, and also to give it some rest. And so what you're building is going to take time, right? Rome wasn't built in a day, and if you're kind of at the end phase of building something, just taking rest, knowing that downtime is not wasted time, that still progress is being made behind the scenes. All right, so very good reading for you Leos out there. Nice. All right, and then let's clear the deck for our Virgo friends. Let's clear the deck for our Virgo friends. Clearing for Virgo. My energy's a little down. I don't feel great. I've got some emotional upheaval. My body is tired and not feeling great. And so I apologize. And I just hope that everybody's still having fun with their readings out there. Let's clear for Virgo. Just see what we can offer. Just softening our jaw, softening our hearts, opening our minds. Okay. Page of Swords, Knight of Wands reversed, Ace of Wands reversed. All right, 7 of Wands. Okay, so Virgo, this Page of Swords to me indicates something's got to stop. Something's got to change here. You're feeling like maybe defensive, that you've got to hold your ground in some area. I just almost feel like you're getting plowed over or disrespected in some way. And so you're like trying to hold a boundary here. And I think the only problem is that you're not doing something differently. And so I just want to remind you that the same old behavior responses are going to get the same old results. And sometimes being in self-reliance is good and positive, and sometimes it's not, and so change of perspective here, just getting out of martyr or victim mentality. Nobody likes to be told that, you know what I mean? But the idea is like, if there's some old stuff in there that's bubbling up that you're feeling triggered around, like just bless it, think it. Sometimes we get really bad news and it turns out being a blessing for us. So if you get a really disruptive email, if you get a really disruptive text, can you stop and say thank you for the truth? This is the card of truth, also the cards of suffering behind it. And so we don't have to experience suffering. We can find a liberated state. It just takes a lot of mental Rubik's cubes. So what else for Virgo? Yeah, we're trying to have a good time here. I'm just reminded by some of my friends in my old bar drinking days. One of them said, Tiffany, we're here for a good time, not a long time, right? All right, so Virgos, we're here for a good time, not a long time. Just try to lighten up a little bit. Try to let yourself off the hook and others, and just keep looking for the truth. The truth will set you free. All right, after Virgo comes Libra. So let's clear the deck for Libra, just asking what it is that our Libras need to hear. Breathing deep into all regions of the body. The Five of Swords, again, is just popping out, knowing that it's time to put down your weapons. It feels like something's unfair, that there's somebody that has an unfair advantage out there over you. Let's clear the deck. Could be you that has the unfair advantage. Just show me what it is that Libras need to hear, please. May my words be clear and bring confidence and peace. Okay, for Libras, we've got the Three of Swords reversed here, the Moon reversed here, the King of Swords reversed, the Three of Wands reversed. It feels like this big adventure that you were going on, that you agreed to, that maybe you were a good partner and got kind of the short end of the stick. Kind of the short end of the stick on this big adventure. Could be that your big adventure is coming to an end. We recently had when is the Sagittarius full moon eclipse? I've done so many reports. It's coming in May. Okay, so our full moon in May is an eclipse, and if you look back to that eclipse of 2012, there's a lot that went down. This might be a completion for you from that year of 2012. Seeing the Three of Swords and the Moon card both reversed to me can be like infidelity that you didn't know about that came to fruition. All right, so that's a possibility, right? It's possible that a broken heart's repeating itself and you're feeling kind of stuck in the void. But ultimately, this King of Swords reminds us, again, that message of truth. It's like the truth just feels hidden and unreachable right now, and so trying to find a way to be comfortable in the in between. Um, Knowing that this Justice card does represent Libra energy. We've got the angel and the devil. Went to breakfast coffee yesterday with a couple of friends, and it's like one person was having the questions, and then there were two of us that were having the answers, and we were very polarized. One was like the good angel, and one was like the dark angel, right? And so this idea, if you're feeling very polarized, or you're getting ideas of how to behave really well or how to behave really bad, it's like, how can you take the middle road of peace, um, knowing that the karma police are out there working on your behalf, um, remembering to sink into the prayer, right? Loka samasta sukino bhavantu, and knowing that that is your highest prayer, that's your highest act and ask, and that will come back to you. Excuse me. Okay. All right, let's clear the deck. After Libra comes Scorpio, the best sign in the whole zodiac, right? Don't you guys agree? All right, let's clear for Scorpios watching. Scorpios watching later. Scorpios watching live. People watching for Scorpio. Let's just clear the deck and see what it is our Scorpios need to hear for the weekend. Just some simple, fun advice or guidance that helps them stay on their highest path. The Nine of Wands is what fell out. The Nine of Wands is when we are carrying too much of the weight, carrying too much of the emotional burden, carrying too much of the load, and you just kind of need some help. You want to experience life with helpers, not with doing everything by yourself. You know what I mean, Scorp? We got the Three of Cups reversed here, and so to me this is the card of infidelity. It's also the card when there's too many cooks in the kitchen, and this is reversed. It's like it could be that your world was turned upside down with some news. It could be that you are not putting enough energy into your relationship and the other person strays. It could be that you're straying. But the idea here is that there's a divisive energy amongst some of your relationships. We get the Temperance card again. This is the middle road. This is the path of Buddhism. This is staying out of bardage to bardage and just ceasing to have these big, huge emotional reactions on one side of the pendulum and then to the other. Temperance is the card of peace, the card of patience. All right, Scorpio, and anything else for you guys? We get the High Priestess reversed. And so maybe your life is a little bit upside down right now. Maybe you're not feeling connected to your high magic. Maybe this is a weekend where you can reconnect. You know, it does feel like there's disadvantage going on in your life, and that perspective is going to lead to more and more disadvantage. Um, the Eight of Cups is about walking away, not looking back, and really being able to hold your head high. You know, turning away from a situation that has been hurtful to you. Ace of Cups, it looks like new love, renewed love, revitalization is around the corner for you. So just taking a moment this weekend to really fill your cup from the inside out, not looking for external validation, not letting the outside world affect how you feel, but just filling your cup from the inside out, Scorpio. All right, let's clear the deck for Sagittarius. Clearing the deck for our Sag friends. Anybody watching for Sag? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Clearing for Sagittarius. Setting aside what we think we know so that we can get a clear reading. Just connecting into the Sagittarius nations watching. Okay. Clear for Sag. All right. The Two of Wands reversed, and still you yarn. The Queen of Cups over here. The Justice card. The Strength card. The Queen of Swords. The Six of Cups reversed. All right, so let's take a look at this for Sag. You know, this is about being on a journey, feeling backed into a corner and making a tough decision. You know, you're at a crossroads. You know, you're at a crossroads. And what are you going to choose? Are you going to choose the highest compassion? Or are you going to choose the way of truth? Are you going to listen to the devils or the angels? You know, the choice is yours, Sagittarius. And so what we're building is our own reserves, you know, or we're working on our own strength, our own spiritual fitness, right? And we got the Six of Cups reversed here. And so this is like a childhood friend, a blast from the past, somebody that you have a shared history with, a shared connection with, and it's just kind of turned upside down right now. The Page of Cups also turned upside down right now. And so this could be that you've got a connection that is just going through a troubled time, and you know, that's experiencing some discord. And so ultimately we've got the Knight of Wands reversed here. The Knight of Wands is like, this guy is pretty solid, and when he knows where he's going, you know, he's ready to take right action. This one is not ready to take right action, you know. And so sometimes this is about taking action can be more important than the idea around it, than the willingness to do something different. This is like time to really consider what would be right action for you. You know, what's best for you, Sagittarius? What's right action for your own heart so that you can grow and experience that peace, joy, freedom, happiness that we're all praying for. The Magician card says that you have all the tools that you need. It says, as above, so below, as you think, so shall it be. And so the area to start correcting is your thinking, your mentality, your perspective, and then ultimately moving into action, doing some things differently. The Knight of Wands. All right. So considering what is it that you want to do differently and practicing that. Where do you want to have a different outcome? Remembering that a problem is a symptom for something that we have that we don't want, you know, and if you've got something that you don't want, you're experiencing it as a problem. It's just a duplication of a mental program that's playing out from childhood that you have the ability to course correct with the tools and resources that you already have. You know, Rise Skies is a toolbox for you. We've got a lot of great tools out there, but there are many teachers. You know, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, and you'll get just like a golden brick laid under your feet right before the next step. You're going to know exactly what to do. All right, let's clear the deck for Capricorn. Let's clear for Capricorn. Okay. just softening our hearts and minds and opening into that field of unconditional love and infinite wisdom where all things are possible. Just asking for a clear reading for Cap. All right, we got a Page of Wands reversed, a Fool reversed, a Star reversed. Let's see the Tower. All right, Capricorn, some parties got to end here. You know, something is over, something is crumbling. You know, we ask in yoga for Shiva to take away everything, to destroy that which is not serving us anymore. I do feel like you've been foolish, or that you have felt like you've been foolish is what I really wanted to say. It feels like you think you've been foolish on your path to self-discovery, to being able to shine your own light here with the Star. And so in some ways I think you're kind of in that delusional state that that anything's wrong. You know, the truth here is that nothing's wrong. Maybe you've made some decisions that have kind of, in your mind, set you back. But let's just let it go. Let's let the Tower crumble. Let's let the Tower crumble. It's not going to be an easy season for you. It might not be the easiest weekend for you. It might not be the easiest choice to make. But life isn't about making easy choices, right? And it is uncomfortable when we're growing, isn't it? You know, isn't it? So Capricorn, I'm going to say just let yourself off the hook, please. You know, please forgive yourself. Let yourself off the hook. Experience your own deepest compassion. Um, Talk to yourself the way that you would talk to somebody else experiencing your situation right now. You know, excuse me. All right. After Capricorn, we've got Aquarius. So clearing for Aquarius. Just seeing what our Aquarius friends need to hear. Clearing for Aquarius. Just asking for help, guidance, a message of clarity, confidence, truth for our Aquarius. Okay. Aquarius, another fixed sign. We've got the Hierophant. We've got the Empress reversed. We've got the Strength card. All right, so like one interpretation, a simple basic interpretation is that one of you guys wants to have kids and the other one doesn't. Like you're in a relationship where somebody's kind of set in their ways and somebody's ready to experience new growth, creativity, something curious coming in, right? So just be careful about giving your power away, right? Be careful about living somebody else's dream, and make sure that you're on your own course that you want to be on, you know. Make sure that you're following your own dream, you know. Row, row, row your boat, right? Life is but a dream, Aquarius. I think that's really clear. The Queen of Cups is reminding you to just call on your own greatest compassion, your depth of love, your ability to just hold yourself in that visual field and just experience the one heart breath for yourself, you know, leaning in, dipping your left shoulder down, leaning in to hug your own inner child and say, look, we don't, just because we're on this course doesn't mean we have to stay on this course. Things can change. Just make sure that you're rowing your own boat. You know what I mean? Aquarius fixed sign has a tendency to kind of not get stuck, but like really get like focused on, this is the way that I'm going to do this. And maybe there's another way, you know, maybe there's a new opportunity for you to have a new experience. That's all. All right, let's clear for Pisces. Let's clear our throats and hearts and ducks. Just clearing for Pisces. What is it that our Pisces need to hear to feel heard by the unseen world? Let's clear for Pisces. Okay. You got the Emperor reversed here, the Justice card. Lots of people with the Justice card today. The Page of Wands reversed. The Ten of Cups. All right, so Pisces, there's like one area of your life that's going really, really well. You know, one area of your life that's going really, really well. Another area that you're still really confused about what to do about, you know, that you're kind of feeling like unsure about. And I think it's having to do with work. Okay, so if you're unclear about what to do with work, just let's not focus on that. Let's focus on what's going well, because that's going to let everything else unfold and kind of scatter the energy in a positive direction. We've got the Knight of Cups reversed here, and so I'm just going to say maybe we haven't given enough gratitude in our gratitude bucket list, you know, in our gratitude daily checklist. And maybe we've been staring at our bucket list and feeling like a lack, or feeling like things aren't checked off. It's not really the truth. You know, the truth is that you have a great amount of abundance, love, fulfillment, contentedness, joy, happiness, overflowing of good emotions. The sunlight's coming in, and you're going tubing with your lover on the best day of the year at the river, and the water's clear. You know what I mean? It's like that amount, right? Like that amount of love and freedom and being truly in the flow of life, in the river of life. So let's stay focused on what's going well, because this other stuff that is not going well looks almost like a legal issue or an issue with work. That's going to sort itself out, and you want to be in your highest state of frequency. You want to be in your best frequency possible. You want to let your highest self experience that sense of fulfillment that all is well in your kingdom. And so just don't get thrown off by the illusion of the things that aren't going well, the kinks that are there, and stay focused on what is going well. That's the best message I have for you guys, for you Pisces out there. All right. We're at the 30-minute mark, guys, and so if you need more information, if you want to go deeper, I just invite you to work with myself or any of the Wise Skies Intuitives. Um, you can book a service with us on the services page at wiseskiescollective.com. If you're curious about what's going on in the astrology in the month of May, then the forecast is up on the blog. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the podcast if you listen to podcasts. The Temperance card is what fell out if you're in the Inner Circle group. We have an Inner Circle group on Facebook through Wise Skies, and we are doing daily cards. This is the one that came up yesterday. And so I feel like Temperance has come up over and over and over in my private sessions, also in our readings, our group readings. That's also in our Free Tarot Friday readings. So if there's anybody out there that something didn't feel like it resonated, just study the Temperance card for a while and see where you can lessen some of the hard edges, where you don't have to experience life with such a with have it be such a hard going. You know what I mean? And just experience acceptance in some area, in some realm. All right. So a final message for you guys out there. Thank you. I know there's a sea of astrologers. There's so many tarot card readers that you could be hanging out with. It means a lot to me and everybody on the Wise Skies Intuitive Council that you've come to spend it with us. I hope that you all have a beautiful weekend, and just ending in the spirit, the same spirit with that which we started. You know, Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life, of your own lives, contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom of all, so that we stop the crazy cycle and that we send out the love boomerang. All right. All my love to you guys. And you know what? I want to acknowledge, if you're still here, there's some of you guys that have really helped me lately, that have sent little gifts or words of encouragement, and it's been really sweet. So I just want to thank you. You know who you are. I really appreciate it. It goes, it's reciprocated. It's reciprocal. The love goes both ways. So thank you again, and namaste, guys. Have a great weekend. All my love. Until next time.